Welcome back to TechChi, your go-to spot for everything tech. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating topic, the tech myths that many of us still believe, even though they've been debunked time and again. These myths shape how we think about technology, influence our decisions, and sometimes even hold us back from fully embracing the incredible innovations around us. Technology moves fast, and misinformation moves even faster. It's easy to pick up ideas that sound plausible or have been repeated so often that they become truth in our minds. But what if I told you that some of the things you've heard about your gadgets, the internet, or even AI might just be myths? In this video, we're going to explore some of the most persistent tech myths that continue to fool millions worldwide. From misunderstandings about battery life to the real dangers of 5G, from the truth behind privacy on social media to the misconceptions about artificial intelligence. Get ready to challenge what you think you know. Let's start with one of the most common tech myths that almost everyone has heard, the idea that you need to fully drain your phone battery before charging it again. This myth likely dates back to the days of nickel-cadmium batteries, where a memory effect could cause the battery to lose capacity if it wasn't fully discharged. But modern lithium-ion batteries, which power virtually all our smartphones and laptops, don't suffer from this. In fact, letting your battery drain to zero often causes more harm than good. The best practice is to charge your device before it gets too low and avoid leaving it plugged in at 100% for too long. So the next time someone tells you to drain your battery completely, you can confidently tell them it's outdated advice. Moving on, another myth that has been gaining traction recently revolves around 5G technology. There's been a lot of fear and speculation about 5G being harmful to our health, sometimes tied to wild conspiracy theories. But scientifically, 5G is just the next step in wireless communication, using higher frequency bands that are still well within safe exposure limits defined by international health organizations. It's normal to be cautious about new tech, but dismissing 5G based on myths does more harm than good, especially when we consider the massive benefits 5G brings to smart cities, autonomous cars, and even remote healthcare. Now, here's a myth that probably hits home for many social media users. If I'm careful, my social media is private. We all know privacy is a hot topic, and the myth here is that simply adjusting your privacy settings fully protects you. The reality is far more complex. Social platforms collect vast amounts of data beyond what's visible to you, often tracking behaviors across different apps and websites. Even with strict settings, third parties might still access your data through various means. This doesn't mean you should abandon social media, but it does mean being aware of how your information is used and taking additional steps like using privacy-focused browsers, VPNs, or even reconsidering what you share online. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about artificial intelligence, a topic that's surrounded by myths, hype, and sometimes fear. One widespread myth is that AI will soon replace all human jobs, leading to massive unemployment. While automation will definitely reshape many industries, the reality is far more nuanced. AI excels at automating repetitive, routine tasks but struggles with creativity, empathy, and complex problem-solving that humans excel at. In fact, many experts believe AI will augment human capabilities rather than replace them, opening new job categories and improving productivity. The key is preparing ourselves with the right skills and mindset to work alongside AI. Here's another myth that still surprises many, the idea that Macs don't get viruses. While it's true that macOS has fewer viruses compared to Windows due to its architecture and smaller user base, Macs are not immune to malware or cyber attacks. The misconception can lead to complacency, causing users to skip important security measures. Every device connected to the internet is potentially vulnerable, which is why keeping your software updated, avoiding suspicious links, and using security tools is essential regardless of your platform. And we can't forget the myth around more megapixels mean better camera quality. It's easy to get caught up in numbers, especially when phone manufacturers proudly advertise the latest 108 MP or even 200 MP sensors. But camera quality depends on much more than megapixels, things like sensor size, lens quality, image processing algorithms, and even software optimization play huge roles. Sometimes a phone with fewer megapixels but better processing and optics will take far superior photos. So why do these myths persist? The world of technology is complex and it's constantly evolving. Misinformation often spreads because it's simpler to accept easy explanations or because companies sometimes use marketing tactics that blur the truth. But holding on to outdated or incorrect ideas can slow down our adoption of useful technology, expose us to risks, or simply make our tech experience less satisfying. At TechChi, we believe in cutting through the noise to give you clear, accurate, and practical insights. Because understanding how technology really works empowers you to make better choices, protect yourself online, and enjoy the benefits of innovation without fear or confusion. If there's one takeaway from today's video, it's this: always question what you hear, especially when it comes to technology. The landscape changes quickly, and what was true 5 years ago may no longer be relevant. Don't be afraid to dive deeper, read multiple sources, and stay curious. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this myth-busting journey. If you found this video helpful, interesting, or just plain eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to TechChi for more deep dives into tech topics that matter. Also, drop a comment below telling me which tech myth surprised you the most, or share any other myths you want me to bust in future videos. Your engagement really helps the channel grow and allows me to bring you better content every week. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, tech is awesome, but only when you understand it.